Yellow or red looking oak like this dining room table and chairs I'm about to show you just looks so dated, but there is something very special about this old set. It's real solid wood. To buy something like this nowadays would cost thousands. So I'm going to show you how you can DIY your old set, not only saving you money, but keeping this gorgeous oak tree out of the landfill. I'll show you step by step how you can turn this dated and damaged set into your own masterpiece. I'm going to start on the tabletop first. Usually I would use a stripping agent, but this is solid wood and not veneer, so I don't have to worry about the delicacy of working with it. So I'm just going to start with 80 grit sandpaper on my orbital sander. After this, I'm going to switch to 120 grit sandpaper and do it all over again. And then again to 220 grit sandpaper, and that's going to give me my final finish before I decide to paint wash this top. For the edges of the table, I switched to my foam pad, which will mold around all the edges, and use 120 grit sandpaper. I feel 80 grit is a little too aggressive for these edges, so 120 does the trick. At this point, I decide to scuff sand the round edges since I already have the foam pad on my sander. Because I like to do all my sanding at the same time to get the dust over with, I move on to do the chairs. I use 120 grit sandpaper to scuff sand the chairs. This takes off the top coat and gives the paint something extra to grip to. I use the foam pad for all the contour areas of the chair, and then I just use the regular orbital sander on all the rest, so all those flat areas. I hand sand between all the rungs and any of the other hard to reach areas that my orbital sander won't get to. I also do this on the tabletop. I didn't show it, but there's a little edge all the way around the tabletop that I had to sand by hand. I then use cred cutter to clean off all the debris with a microfiber cloth. Now I'm ready for primer, and I use a bonding primer called Sticks. I pour it into my bigger spray gun, which is my Wagner Flexio 3500. I also make sure I always test spray before I start on my furniture, just on some cardboard first to ensure I've got the right setup so I have the right paint consistency coming out. Here I'm showing how I prime the table's base, being very careful not to overlap too much. If you do, you'll get paint drips. And not shown, I do all the chairs and around the tabletop's edge. Once the primer dries, I give it a light sand by hand with 220 grit sandpaper. This smooths out the surface, and then I use a damp microfiber cloth to wipe all the dust off before I get my final paint color loaded into my fine detail spray gun, which is my Wagner Flexio 2500. I am using Fusion Mineral Paint in the soft black color of cast iron. While it's not recommended, I slightly water it down so the paint drips consistently off my paint stick. Just make sure you stir your paint very, very well if you're mixing it with water. And why do I do this? So the paint doesn't spray on blotchy, but rather a nice thin coat. I find spraying chairs are a little tricky because there's just so many different angles, but what I find really works is you just work around in a circle, and then I'll flip the chairs over and I'll do the underside. Once dry, I'll use extra fine 320 grit sandpaper and lightly sand over the entire first coat of paint. Again, you wipe off the dust with a damp microfiber cloth. This really ensures that flawless buttery finish we're going for. And then onto second coat. Now all the painting is done, I'm going to move back to paint washing the tabletop. Paint wash is essentially just watered down paint that creates a translucent finish. I found it's the best option to remove the yellow, pink, and red tones that staining oak produces while keeping the integrity of the wood grain. Again, I'm using Fusion Mineral Paint, but now in the rich brown color Woodwick. I've marked my cups so I can properly measure my ratios, so I'm doing 3 parts water to 1 part paint. You can play with this ratio depending how translucent you want your finish to be. Basically just test it out and have some fun with it. After mixing very well, apply your paint wash to the table. I do it in sections. Apply it generously as you don't want it to dry out before wiping it off. And I just let it dry for about a few minutes. Then using a clean dry rag, I wipe it off, following the direction of the wood grain. I wanted it a little darker, so I actually applied a second coat. Bear in mind you won't see the true color until your piece dries, so be patient before you decide on what you want to do next. That being said, I let everything dry overnight and I'm ready for my top coat. I'm using Varathane's Diamond Wood Finish in satin. And back to my bigger spray gun, my 3500. This is an exterior water-based primer. It is very easy to work with and creates a non-yellow finish that's extremely durable. I use this to top coat all the surfaces, so the chairs and base included, but with the tabletop in particular, I do about 4 coats of this just to make sure it's extra durable, as you're going to have hot plates on it, drinks, a whole bunch of stuff. You can reapply this top coat after about 2 to 3 hours. It needs 24 hours to dry and 3 days to cure. Then the final touch is putting these felt pads under the legs of the chairs. And here's the final finish. This set was painted for a client to modernize their dated set to match their current kitchen. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe for more DIY furniture tutorials, tips, tricks, and just for some inspiration. Let's keep real wood in our homes.